Hey Madrone, how we doing? Still hanging in there? So, just got back from the field, did a little kick around with a friend, and now I'm starving, so it's time to eat. That's why this week, my tip of the week is, I think you should cook yourself a meal. So, I'm going to show you guys how to make some homemade pizza. Forget about that California pizza. Let's get some good Italian New York pizza. So, it's a pretty simple operation here. First, you got to get yourself some dough. You can go ahead and go buy yourself some dough from Safeway. You can buy yourself some dough from Trader Joe's. I get mine at Whole Foods because they get one from New York. You can even go into your pizza parlor and actually ask them if you could buy dough from them. But no pizza places are open right now. So go ahead and go get yourself some dough. And then what you want to do is go ahead and grab yourself a baking pan and spread that dough all over the baking pan with a little oil underneath so it doesn't stick. You got to be patient, it takes a while. And once you do that, you can go ahead and cover it with a sheet. The longer you keep your kitchen towel over it, the more it will rise and get fluffier. So it depends on how fluffy you want your pizza to be. Once you've done that, you're going to want to start making your sauce. I highly recommend San Marzano tomatoes. I get a small can of tomatoes, but you can get a big one if you want. Once you do that, I open it up and I put it in a big pan like this, and I squeeze the tomatoes and make it as chunky as you want. I make it like this. I already got one started. Once you do that, get yourself a saucepan, a little olive oil, and some chopped garlic at the bottom. Saute that for a little while and let it get brown. And then go ahead and add the tomatoes. I'm going to do that now. Once you do that, you go ahead and doctor it up whatever you want. These are the spices that I put in. I like to just put in basic salt, a little bit of pepper, and then I like to put in some garlic powder, and then some fancy oregano. I let that sit on the stove, and then I put in a little bit of olive oil on top of my pizza dough once it's risen, and I rub some olive oil on the top. Now I'm going to pop that into the oven. Once I pop that into the oven, I'm going to let it sit in there for about 10-15 minutes at about 425 degrees until it kind of gets a little brown on the top. You got to check underneath and make sure it gets a little bit of brown. Once it gets a little bit of brown, you go ahead and pull it out and you start assembling your pizza. I like to use some mozzarella cheese right on top. I sprinkle it, a little sauce at the bottom. I keep it simple. And then I put a little bit of basil. Fresh basil, and I just put it right on top, and then I chuck it into the oven and let the cheese melt. Keep your eye on it because it could definitely burn. But when you're done, it looks like this. Now, who wouldn't want to eat that? So, go ahead, Madrone, go out there, cook yourself a meal, and hey, it's Mother's Day on Sunday. I'm sure she would like some pizza. I miss you guys. I hope you're doing well. Make sure you're eating well. At the bottom of my message, I put a nice little article all about eating well and how that helps with coronavirus. And then I put my my recipe for how to make pizza underneath that. If you make some pizza, send me some text messages and show me your pies. Miss you guys. Hope all is well.